My fiance slept with her boss on a work trip, and I ended our engagement the next day.
Tomorrow, I'm ending my engagement, and my chest still feels tight just typing that.
Last week, my fiance's boss's wife messaged me on Facebook with screenshots of their texts from a work trip last November. It wasn't one bad choice. It was 3 hookups, plus jokes about sneaking around while I stayed home trusting her. In one message, my fiance even wrote that she loves me, so this can never come out, like I was just a cover story. I sat there rereading everything until my hands went cold. Then I looked up, and she was on the couch across from me, smiling at her laptop, planning our honeymoon for a wedding in October she didn't know was already dead. I didn't scream, I didn't cry, I just felt this sharp, sick drop in my stomach every time I pictured those texts. I took a vacation day for the next morning and decided I'd end it fast. After she left for work, I'd pack her things, put the boxes by the door, and tell her to move out. I thought about posting the screenshots or calling her parents, but my sister talked me out of it. She said, don't make a messy public war if what you really want is peace. So I kept it simple. She can explain herself to her family. I'm not sitting through excuses. Then the bomb hit early the next morning. Around 8 a.m., my phone started blowing up with calls, voicemails, and texts from my fiance. That's when I knew the boss's wife had taken action too. I called my sister and told her it was happening. She came over right away so I wouldn't be alone. I couldn't sit still. While she drove, I started packing. Closet first, then the bathroom, then the kitchen drawers. Every little thing I picked up felt like proof that this wasn't a bad dream. Halfway through, her mom called me. Hearing her voice almost broke me because she's always been kind to me, and none of this is her fault. I told her the truth as calmly as I could. I said, I can't forgive this, and I'm asking her daughter to move out today. She went quiet, then started crying, but she didn't defend her. She said she understood why I felt that way and asked if she could come with my ex to pick up her things so it didn't turn into drama. I said, yes, please. A few friends texted after I told them what happened, but I couldn't handle questions. I listened to one voicemail from my fiance. She was crying and saying we need to talk. I called her back once and she didn't answer, so I started typing a text. Right then, she called me. She didn't start with sorry. She started with, why did you call my mom and why are you involving other people? That made me snap. I asked her how she thinks I feel. I told her I had to go get checked at a clinic because of what she did, and that was humiliating. She went quiet and she didn't deny anything. Then she tried to say it was complicated and she felt pressure because he's her boss. I cut that off. I told her the messages showed she was willing and she was laughing about it. I asked how she and that guy could talk trash about his wife too, making jokes about her body after having kids, like she was nothing. I told my fiance that woman didn't deserve it, and neither did I. I said we are finished and there isn't much left to talk about. I told her to come after her HR meeting that afternoon and pick up her stuff. I also told her my landlord was changing the locks, so this wasn't a debate. By late morning, my sister was at my table with tape, helping me box everything. I lined the boxes up by the front door and wrote her name on them so nothing could be twisted later. My landlord showed up around lunch with a locksmith, just like she promised. Watching him remove the old lock made it feel real in a way texts never could. A new lock went in, and my landlord handed me new keys right into my palm. Not even an hour later, my ex and her mom pulled up. I saw them through the window, and my stomach dropped anyway. My ex's eyes were puffy and red, and she walked in like her legs were weak. The second she stepped inside, she moved toward me with her arms out, like a hug could erase months of lies. I stepped back and pointed at the boxes. Her mom stayed close, telling her to breathe and just get her things. My ex kept saying she loves me and she made a mistake. I told her loving someone doesn't look like those messages, and I'm not listening to another speech. She tried to argue that I was ruining her life at work, and I told her she ruined her own life when she hit send. Her mom started loading boxes into the car, and my sister stood beside me like a shield. My ex picked up a box, then stopped and asked in a small voice if this is really it. I said yes, it's really it, and I held out the ring. Her hand shook when she took it. When the last box was gone, her mom guided her out. The door closed, and I didn't open it.